Hi, everyone. I'm Haley DeJock, Diamond Ambassador. We are together today to talk about why convention is important. We are so privileged to hear from 5 of our team leaders who have attended convention at least once, and they're going to share why they feel convention was important to them, why they feel convention had an impact on them or their business, or some great takeaways that they learned at convention. And we're going to talk about what you should sacrifice to make convention happen, how it is going to impact your business so much that you will sacrifice, no matter how small that may be for you. You will realize once everybody goes to convention and comes back and you see all the excitement that you don't want to miss out on that. So we're going to talk about our takeaways and how important it is to be there. We're going to start with Melissa Martin. She is currently an Emerald Ambassador on our team. Melissa attended convention in Phoenix, and she was Senior Ruby at the time. She had just turned Senior Ruby. So Melissa, will you share why you felt it was important for you to attend convention, why you think everybody should make it a priority, or what you think could help people get to convention a little bit easier, how they can realize their dream of making it there?
Sure. Yeah, I was so excited to go to convention last year because the year before I had just joined Plexus in March. So I didn't even know what convention was. And then everybody was in Dallas and I was like, why am I not at convention? I don't even know what this is about. So when convention was announced last year, I'm like, I am going, no excuses. I'm going to get there. And I just want to say that if you are serious about your business, if you want to take your business to the next level, you need to be at convention. And I understand that if you're in a place where you're thinking, oh, financially, I can't make it happen, schedule with the family, I can't make it happen. You can make it happen. When you want it bad enough, you will find a way to make it happen. And let me just say the financial side of it, it is 5 months away. You could have at least one promotion between now and the time that you go to Vegas, maybe even more. So, don't focus on how you can't get there. Focus on how you can get there and realize that you could at least have one rank advancement. So if you're a silver ambassador, you could go to convention as a gold ambassador. You need to make that a priority. You need to put the numbers down and figure out what you need to do to be a gold ambassador and get there. Here's the other plus to that. As you are becoming a gold ambassador, you are signing people to your team, which means you get business building bonuses. So for every level 1 that you sign, you are going to get either $25 or $50. Put that money in a different account and use that towards your convention costs. I still do that. All of my business building bonuses go in a separate account, and that's how I work my business. And as your team grows, you get money off of what those people will join with as well. You also get convention credits for that. So that is going to give you the credits you need to at least get your convention registration covered. I have done the monkey math. A lot of you know that people kid me about my monkey math. I always have numbers written down for what I need to do to accomplish that next level. I have it spelled out how you could get the travel voucher. And I fully believe that everybody could get the travel voucher. I'm not telling you that it's going to be easy. So I'm not saying that you can do it and you don't have to work. You're going to have to work. But if you want it bad enough, you will do the work to get there. Here's the other thing. If you just have 1,000 PV every month, January through April, that's going to give you 600 credits. That covers your registration. Now, why should you go? Haley said I had just promoted to Senior Ruby when I went to convention, and I did. Y'all, I was so excited to get on that convention stage. I didn't get to say my name or anything. It just felt so cool to stand up there in front of all these people and know that I was a Senior Ruby ambassador and one step away from Emerald. To go and hang out with the people that you see are so successful. For me, I was standing in the lobby when I first got there, and Celeste Gwynn walked out of the elevator, and she's like, Melissa Martin. Like, that was really cool. I mean, she's a regular person just like us, but it's just cool to see people that have been so successful. The training is top notch. Like, you can't wait to get into these seminars and hear from these amazing speakers and the jewels that have made it to the top. I mean, there's nothing like it. I'm telling you, you want to be there. You do not want to miss this, because if you miss it, you're going to be jealous when you see all of our pictures. So come on, be in the pictures with us and have a great time. And I look forward to seeing you there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely. And I remember back when I did a call for the DDD team, I did it on goals. It was the December a year ago. And I did it on goals. And one of the things I talked about, because they had already opened registration for convention, was how if you just saved $20 a week, if you just save $30 a week, figure out what you need to make it to convention and put that money away. Hopefully those of you that are on this or listening to this are working your business enough to be making $20, $30, $50, $100 a week. So take a portion of that. This is a business expense and it will pay you back tenfold, anything you can imagine. And if you get your team members there, it will pay you back tenfold as many people as you bring. It's just absolutely amazing. And training, yes, training there will be phenomenal. We have Marianne Luciano, who is in charge of our ambassador training now. She had just started last convention, so I can only imagine what she has in store for us upcoming at this convention. All right, next we're going to hear from Kristen Borden. Kristen is currently a senior gold, like this close to Ruby. And Kristen, you went to Phoenix, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and what rank were you at that time?
I was a brand new senior gold. So I made gold, and then the next month I made senior gold, and then like the next month it was convention. So
fabulous. All right, will you share your experience with convention?
Absolutely. First of all, I love conventions. I've been to photography conventions. I've been to conventions for another direct sales company, and I've been to Plexus conventions. And they are so important for keeping in the front of your mind everything that you need to know about, what you should be doing to work your business. They renew your excitement for your business. And there's the training, like Haley and Melissa said, the training is phenomenal and so relevant to help you have the tools necessary to, just to have a plan and to know what to do next. But the greatest thing that the Plexus convention did for me last year, I just needed to know what I was doing kind of wrong or what I could be doing better. And I had, like Oprah says, an aha moment about my weaknesses. It was like convention. I know this kind of sounds negative, but I'm not trying to be negative. It like shined this big old spotlight down on the things that I needed to improve upon. And I've been able to work on those. And I firmly believe that to move forward in this particular business, you need to know where you are weak. And so that you can develop those areas. And that has been what I've been able to do this last year. And like Haley said, I'm this close to getting to Ruby. And I'm so excited about that. Convention will help you with all of those things. And it's one of the best things that you can do for your business. There is no way that I would not go to convention. I don't care. I don't care if I just don't care. There's no way I would not go. I mean, I hate to say it, but that's true. And, for those of us, it might not be a financial issue to go. It might be a logistical issue. If you're a mom like me with 4 busy kids and it's summertime and your husband goes on whatever, my husband travels a lot with his job. Ask your family to support you. Tell them now what you want to do, and I guarantee you they will help you in whatever way they can. If your husband needs to get some time off from work, which mine would, he's more than happy to do that. He knows that this is important to me. He knows that it helps with my sanity, with, keeping my sanity around the kids because I know I have something to look forward to get away from them. But ask your family for support because I know they'll come through for you. It's just something I wouldn't miss. And I encourage all of you to make it a big priority.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah. And, not only the training, but the fellowship you get there. You get to meet all these people on Facebook that you haven't met in person. You get to brainstorm with a lot of people. I know we had the breakout sessions where you were in with your similar ranks. So you got to brainstorm, maybe meet somebody and brainstorm about, what are you doing that's really helping you? And what did you find was hurting you and so forth. And like you said, it can bring out your weaknesses. And once you identify those and correct them, wow, what a difference it makes in your business. And as far as excuses, I hear them all day long about everything. But guys, I'll tell you, I told my senior leaders this morning, I'm moving between May 26th and June 30th. So I have no idea where we're moving yet. I have no idea when we're moving, but I know that that's about our time frame. However, my husband and my family knows that June 12th through the 16th, I'm going to be at convention come hell or high water. right? I mean, no matter what, I guarantee if we have to close on a house during that time or we have to move in during that time, my husband knows I will not be there. So, make it a priority. Everybody has an available excuse. I guarantee you, whatever your excuse is, I can show you at least one other person on our team who has that excuse and probably a worse excuse than that. And when I say excuse, I mean they have an issue similar to yours, or they have more of a burden of making convention possible for them. So really think about your excuses. Is your want bigger than your excuse, or are you using that excuse to not have to commit to this, to not have to commit to being successful in your business? So thank you so much, Kristen. All right, next we have Sonia Maddie. She's a Sapphire ambassador on our team. Sonia has attended convention in Dallas and Phoenix. Dallas was the first year that we went. It was absolutely amazing. Phoenix was even better, so I can only imagine what it's going to be like in Las Vegas this year. Sonia, when you went to convention in Dallas, what rank were you?
I was Senior Ruby. I had just gone Senior Ruby right before convention.
And then in Phoenix, you were?
I was Emerald.
There you go. And now you're a Sapphire. All right. Will you share with us your take on convention?
Yes, absolutely. Now, I want to tell you, Melissa Martin was talking about, ranking up. When in January of 2014, before the Dallas convention, I was a gold ambassador. January 1st, I was gold. And my goal was actually to be Emerald by convention. I was Senior Ruby. I was happy with that. But I mean, when that whole convention contest came out, I wanted to earn the big check that very first convention. I was a gold ambassador. I worked, my team worked, and I was actually pretty darn close to getting it. I didn't get it, but I was close enough. I was happy. But I mean, I worked hard, and I did, get reimbursed for it. I got the $300, which is, technically a travel credit, but they give you $300. I mean, like I said, if finances are part of it, work hard. Put back that money like they're talking about. And if you earn that $300 travel credit, that pretty much will cover an airline ticket. If you put 4 people in a room, you've got 4 people split in a room, your cost per night is going to be a lot less. But you absolutely have to do. Like the exciting moment for me, my very first one was I got to meet and hug Sonia Dudley, because a lot of us who started way back when, her videos were what we looked at, and for her to be so sweet and sincere, and we're all real people. All these jewels that you look up to, they're real people. And the training, like I said, I've never experienced anything like it. Same thing for Phoenix last year. But I will tell you, all of my team members that have attended convention and then gone home and done what they learned have continued to move right up through the ranks in Plexus. Now, if you go to convention and you take in all this information and you go home and do nothing with it, nothing's going to happen. So you have to run with what you learn. But also, I mean, Plexus, if you have any doubt in the company, any doubt in our products, all of this is going to change. You're going to hear product testimonies that will have 8,000 people crying in the audience. You are going to see the red carpet treatment that you get. I mean, literally the amount of money they spend to treat everyone like royalty, and I'm not even kidding, is incredible. There's a dessert reception that everyone gets to go to. There's a winner's dinner that you can earn that is top-notch with top-notch entertainment. When you see how they take care of our ambassadors and treat our ambassadors, that's going to, make your belief even more in the company. And a few people had asked me, well, the registration fee, why do we have to pay that? As soon as you get there and check in, I don't know what we're getting this year, but the last 2 years we've gotten a real cool Plexus computer bag. It's had like a notepad to take notes in, an ink pen, one of those little power supply things. We've had various different things. So you're going to get a cool little, welcome pack with all kind of Plexus fun stuff in it. When you sign up as well, which is just awesome. But what they said with the excuses, I haven't talked to my family. I haven't even checked to be sure my kids are going to be covered. I know my mom will fly down here if needed, but the day that it was available, the second I got home from where was I? Super Saturday, I went right on and I booked my hotel, I booked my convention ticket, I booked everything. I'll work out the logistics later, but I'm going to be there.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yes, I did the same thing. We got the emails that convention registration was open. We were actually at dinner at Super Saturday, walked out of the restaurant, and I said, I need to go back in. I've got to sit down and register for convention and book my room. Like I would not leave until that was done because
priorities.
And and then I was like, I'm going to have anxiety if I don't get it done right away because I want to make sure it's taken care of and then I can breathe a little bit. So absolutely, and as far as the financial side of it, you definitely can earn. And not only, I mean, they're giving back $100 for the registration refund this year. I don't know if you guys saw that instead of just the registration refund. So if you register for convention now, you pay $79, you're going to get $100 back, registration refund. If you wait until February 1st, the registration will go up to $99 and then that will be a pretty even refund. But, the travel voucher is there for that. I have seen people come to convention. I have seen them travel as cheaply as they can possibly get an airline ticket or get there in their car. Then they will have 3 other people in the room with them. They will go to the grocery store and buy stuff to make sandwiches, buy, whatever it is. But they make convention a priority. And I'm going to tell you something. Those people that do that next year, they don't have to worry about it. Because their business has grown and they have worked and they have taken everything away from convention that they needed. They don't have to worry about paying for convention anymore because they have ranked up and they now have a nice Plexus paycheck, guys. Seriously, this can change your business. I guarantee it. Okay, next we have Crystal Lowe. Crystal is currently a senior gold ambassador, and Crystal attended convention in Phoenix. And what rank were you at the time, Crystal?
I had just turned senior gold.
There you go. All right. Awesome. Will you share your convention information with us, please?
I will. I started in March of 2014 as a Plexus ambassador, not intending to work the business. So when convention rolled around to sign up, I really wasn't even thinking about signing up for that in 2014. Well, when my upline started pushing me and I started looking at dates and I realized my son graduated that week, so there was really no way that I could go to convention in 2014. I didn't think it was any big deal. Everyone posting all these pictures, having such a great time, coming back. Their businesses were on fire. They were so inspired, so motivated. I felt so left out and so left behind because even though we have great uplines and they have calls and teach on everything that they learned, it's not the same. The atmosphere is not the same. You don't have the excitement. You don't have the fellowship. It's just nothing compares. So last year, I was determined I was going. So my sister and I booked a room last year, just intending to stay in the room together and going and having a good time and learning, more about the products, more about the business, fellowshipping with people. But as our team started growing, we realized we needed to take as many people as we could with us to convention. So our room went from just us two to we was 2 to a bed and an air mattress on the floor. We took as many people as we could from our team. We bought groceries. We had lunch in our room every day but one when we had a team lunch. We saved as much money as we could just so our team felt more comfortable going in the amount of money that was spending. So, y'all, I can't stress enough, just being around like-minded people who believe in the products the way that you believe in them. People who believe in this business the way that we believe, that they see the vision. I mean, we see our uplines and we hear our uplines all the time and see their success. But when you're sitting there and you see all these other people, that you don't even know, if they can do this, we can do this. It's just so inspiring. Just sit in line, waiting to get in the store, talking to people around you, hearing how they work their business, just picking up tips. It's just, you have to go to experience it. You can get some of the training from your uplines when they come back, but the atmosphere and the fellowship and the working together and the socializing, you just can't replace that, and it's unreplaceable. You have to go, and you come back so on fire and ready to work your business. You feel unstoppable, and you can't pay money for that.
Right, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you are so inspired. It is so inspiring to be there. And, and it's fun. Like, training is fun. Being there is fun. I don't remember sitting there going, oh my gosh, is this going to be over anytime soon? It's so much fun. And some of the speakers, they bring in some amazing motivational speakers, like big names here. And And, when Les Brown was on the stage, I think when he finished, we were all in tears, and we all felt this connection and this bond like no other. I mean, I cannot even explain it. It gives me chills just thinking about it. Just him being there and us all being there for one reason, one purpose as one Plexus is just beyond anything you'll ever experience. So definitely, try to make it a priority. Like Crystal said, her son was graduating. There are things you can't miss. Last year, my husband had his change of command ceremony, and it started the first day of convention. Of course, that was a no-brainer. I had to be at his change of command. I mean, that's just where my priority was at the time. And it was something he had worked his entire career for. So I went to his change of command. I went to the party the night of, and I left at 4 a.m. Thursday morning and made it to Phoenix before our first session that day. But I made it there. Maybe I didn't make it the first day. I didn't get to go to the Black Tie Gala, and I didn't get to fellowship that first day, but I made it for the sessions. I made it to learn, and I made it to be there with everybody else. And guys, you can too. You can work out a way to do it. You will want to be there. Trust me. You don't want, it's 5 months away. What's going to happen if your business takes off in 3 months and you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't even thought about going to convention. So let's hear now from Julie Patterson. She is currently a Ruby ambassador. Julie attended convention in Phoenix, right, Julie?
I did,
and
yes.
You were what rank at the time?
I was a brand new senior gold ambassador.
Fabulous. All right, will you share a little bit about convention and your takeaways and how you felt about it?
Absolutely. A lot like Crystal, I had signed up in May 2014, May 15th, actually. So it was 3 weeks before convention in Dallas. And just like she said, I was like, there is no way I'm spending money to fly out there and do this. I just want my products cheaper, etc. And then that first check came on June 15th, and I thought, well, I should have used this check and went and been a part of Plexus in Dallas because I was jealous. I was green with envy watching all the pictures and everything that was happened. And I said to myself, no matter what, I will be there next year. And that's exactly what we did. We did the same thing a lot of the other leaders talked about. We piled 4 girls per room. We bought groceries. We had water bottles in there. We, didn't spend a lot of money, but we made it happen and made it a priority. For me, the biggest thing that excited me about convention was I already had belief in these products because they had physically worked for me and transformed people on my team. But what it built in me was a belief in the business, in network marketing. I saw so many people walk up on that stage and, thought to myself, if that person can do it, I can absolutely do this. And that's something that I think a lot of people, we see the stories on Facebook, but when you actually get to shake hands or hug the neck of somebody that's been successful and they tell you, I was exactly like you were, I did exactly the same thing. I was a skeptic in the beginning, and then now they're making astronomical amounts of money every month, and you think, what's different about that person than me? So for me, the belief building is something you cannot get on Facebook. You have to get that in person, in convention, we were sitting next to Chris and Susie McCall at one point. Like, it was just crazy. I had Lori Harrison walk in on me in a bathroom stall while I was trying to use the restroom, and I was like, wait a minute, it's the Fungus Queen. I mean, those types of encounters, I'm telling you, are just, you're never going to get that online. You have to be there in person. The other big thing for me was, like y'all talked about, fellowship. I am not in a local area with the members of my team. They're spread out all over the place. And so for us to be in 2 rooms and have 8 girls, 4 girls per room and 8 girls together, we got to really bond. I mean, some of the people I hadn't seen in 20 years or that I'd never met before Plexus, and now they're my best friends. And that is something you also cannot get online. You have to unplug from the internet and be involved with people to really light that fire. And it was a motivation to get there. I wanted to promote before convention because I wanted to walk in there with my head held high as a senior gold ambassador. And we were lucky that we had the breakout sessions that were tailored to us. And I felt, wow, I get to be in there with senior rubies learning about what to do with my business. So I hope they do that again this year. And I am striving to walk in there as a senior Ruby or Emerald ambassador to be in the next group up. So I strongly encourage, if this is something you want to do, if you want to be an Emerald ambassador one day, you have got to invest in yourself, because an Emerald ambassador would be at convention. So if you are striving to be an Emerald, you need to treat this like you're already an Emerald and make sure and get registered and show up for convention.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. I mean, you really cannot explain or bring home the atmosphere of convention. I mean, you know, like Julie said, you can't duplicate that. If you could, oh my gosh, it would be absolutely amazing. You know, it's kind of like when you go to a concert. Like, you can listen to that person on the radio, or you can listen to them on your iTunes. But until you're at a concert with all the other people that love that person, hearing them firsthand, I mean, just the atmosphere just makes it so wonderful. You know, it's kind of like going to church. You can watch online church. Yes, you can, and you can get a lot out of it. But until you go to church and you're right there and you're listening to that sermon being preached and you're with like-minded people, it's a totally different atmosphere. And it just makes a world of difference. So, you know, like I said, 5 months away, a lot can happen in 5 months. You can rank up 1, 2, 3 times, depending on how hard you want to work. But don't put it off until the last minute. Don't say, okay, well, let's wait and see what happens. Let's wait and see where my team is. Set your goal now. Set your goal to be at convention. Figure out what you need to earn the travel voucher, the registration refund, and help your team earn what they need to earn to make it possible for them to go, or to make it easier for them to go. Make it a point to be there. Make it a point to get as many team members there as you possibly can. That will make a huge difference. I think at the very first convention, someone's got up there and they were talking to us about the business, and they said, for every team member you have in this room, you can expect your income to grow by $1,000, I think, or maybe it was $10,000, whatever it is. How much was it? $10,000? $10,000. See, $10,000 for every person you bring. So decide today what you want your income to be after a convention, where you want to see your income within the next year. Do you want 50,000 more? Do you want 100,000 more? Do you want 200,000 more? Figure out who you're bringing with you, who you want to recruit and bring with you between now and then, how you want to build your business, because I guarantee you, you get those people to convention, they're going to start with a bang. If you get them there and trained and in that atmosphere, it's going to be absolutely incredible. But guys, 5 months away, you can do it. You can save your money. You can figure out your plan. You can talk to your family now. Sit down with them and say, I really, really feel like it is important for me to attend convention. I would like your support, and work it out with them so everybody's on the same page. You know, what if you get to convention and that's your pivotal moment? That is the moment that changes everything for you. What if that one speaker says exactly what you need to hear at that time? What if you talk to one new friend who's the same rank, and they give you that idea that really propels your team, that really makes you change your business? Take this opportunity, guys. I don't want you to miss out on this. I don't want you to be like Crystal after the first one and be like, oh my gosh, I so missed out. Like, almost sad, right? Crying yourself to sleep at night because you're missing out on everything that's going on there. You want to be there, and we want you there. We want as many of our team members there as possible, because it is going to be amazing. So hopefully this call has helped you guys kind of understand what you can do, how you can save money, how you can work it out, what you need to do to really get your team motivated, yourself motivated, and talk to your family about it. Because like I said, we all want you there. We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't want our team members there. And how much fun to be able to go with your best friends, to go with the people that you love to be around, that you enjoy doing life with, that you enjoy spending time with. So I hope to see each and every one of you at convention. I hope you all have a fabulous day.